What's up, you guys? It's Ben. So for today's video, I wanted to show you how exactly do you list your first product to sell on Amazon FBA UK marketplace. Now, so far you have created your business, you have created your business bank account, you have actually set up your seller professional account, and now you're ready to start selling. Now, what I'm gonna do today is I'm actually gonna take you through the process of what I do to make sure that I provide all the relevant information to Amazon, that so there's no any issues, there's no blocks or anything like that further down the line. And if you stay until the very end of the video, I'm actually going to show you how I quickly check if a product that I want to sell is gated, needs additional approval, or anything like that. So stay until the end of the video, because that information is very, very valuable to avoid any issues further down the line, which can be quite stressful. So let's get straight to it. First things first, this is my personal dashboard, and it's probably something that you're going to see yourself, something quite similar when you set up your brand new Amazon seller account. So what you want to do is effectively go on catalog and add new products. Okay. And then this page will appear. Now in here you have two things that you can do. First and foremost, you can sell somebody else's products. Okay, so what that means is basically retail arbitrage. Is when you buy very well-known products either from Costco, Tesco, Lidl, or wherever it is, and you want to sell them yourself on Amazon. So you just type in their product name and you go ahead and kind of list on their listing effectively. However, what we are speaking here is using the private labeling model. It's effectively buying products from China, putting your label on it or trademarking it yourself, shipping them over to the UK marketplace and selling them on your own listing. Effectively, nobody else is selling that particular product on Amazon.co.uk, and therefore you are going to be adding a product not sold on Amazon. Okay, so here we are. Now, the next brand new page that has been released not long ago is the select product category. This is pretty much a new interface, and if you watched this video a couple of months ago, it would have been very, very different, but now Amazon has kind of modernized it. And this is where you effectively select the category that your product is going to appear in. So if you're going to sell in beauty, you would choose beauty, electronics, gardens, outdoors, and all that sort of stuff, handmade products, jewelry, lighting, etc., etc. So let's just, for this example, let's just go for beauty. Let's go for bath and body, pretty much just so I can show an example. Let's say cleansers, and let's say shower gels. So select category. And then you are going to see the edit product page. Okay, this is where you will provide all of the information that Amazon needs for them to list your product on the Amazon marketplace. Okay, and there are very few but very, very vital key pieces of information that you have to provide to Amazon to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. So let's go through them, and I will show you the most important ones, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of tabs for you to go through, but I want to show you what is the essential parts. Okay, so first things first is the product name. Now, what you want to do in the product name, which effectively in other words is the title, is you want to provide as many keywords as possible that the customers would use to buy your product. Okay, so in this case, in shower gel, you can use shower gel, men's shower gel, gifts shower gel, whatever. You have to do your product research to see what are customers putting in to find those products. Okay, and it's very, very important, because the title can only be up to 100 characters maximum length, and you want to use that as much as possible. So you want to make sure that the keywords that you put in are very relevant, and also that have got quite a lot of search volume as well, because every keyword will help you rank better and better and better. Okay, so just for this sake, we'll just do shower gel and just leave it there. Now, the next is the product ID. Now, this is very important, and you have to do this correctly from the very beginning, because as you can see here, once submitted, this field cannot be changed. So once you click that submit button at the very bottom, save and finish, you will not be able to change this field. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's correct. Now, what this basically means is Amazon is asking for a unique product identifier, unique product code for you to type in, so they can identify your product in comparison to all the others on Amazon. Okay, now how do you receive those codes? Well, it's actually pretty simple, and those codes can easily be bought online, and then let me show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go on Google and you're just going to type in buy UPC codes. Okay, and very simple, you can just go on the very first one because they're pretty cheap, and then that's how you basically buy those codes. Okay, and then you click on buy UPC codes now, and they will give you an option as to how many you want to buy. Now, in my usual experience is that if you buy more than one, you will get a better price than $5 each. So let's just say, for example, I want to buy 100. The price should go down if I update cart to think about, well, there you go, 45 pence. So if you're going to do this for the very beginning and just as a trial, you might want to buy just one. But if you're going to do this as a long-term business, you might want to buy a few more to make it as cheaper as possible for you, because you will be using those codes. And then when you update chart and then proceed to checkout, you will effectively go pay, and then you will get an email with a text document with all of those codes listed of how many you bought. You copy and paste one of those codes in here. Okay, so let's just, for argument's sake, we're just going to type that in, and then we're going to choose UPC because that's effectively is what we bought here. Okay, UPC barcode. So you have to make sure you choose the right drop-down list. Okay, good. Next thing is the brand name. Now, this is also very important because if you have your brand enrolled, i.e. you have registered trademark, which most of you will not, then you'll put your trademark there, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you don't have a trademark, there are two things you can do. You can either put something like A, or you can put something like test, for example. Okay, so again, or NA like this, test. Okay. Now, next is going to be the manufacturer. Now, the manufacturer, if I was you, I would also put down as your own brand name, okay? And if you don't have it, put down NA or test as well. And the reason why you don't want to put your basically manufacturer or your Chinese supplier is because that is going to show up on the Amazon marketplace, and you don't want that to happen, because then anybody that wants to sell exactly similar or very similar product to yourself can easily find that manufacturer and speak to them directly, and you don't want that to happen. Now, the next important part, but it's not very essential for you to put in anything correctly, is basically the manufacturer part number. This is pretty simple, and I would just put in any type of numbers or whatever, random numbers, to fill in that particular field. This will only be necessary if Amazon asks you to provide invoices to prove your ownership of the product or anything like that. Besides that, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so this is now done. The next important field is variations. If you have any variations, you would select them here and update those variations, but we're not going to get into this on this video. And then we're going to have offer. Now, this is also very important, okay? There's only one really important field for you to click on, and it's here, and that is select your price. In this case, we'll just do $9.99, but you can change that whenever you want. It's not one of the fields that is locked. And then also we will change that to new as well. And as you can see as well, once this is changed to new or used or whatever, it then gets locked, and you will not be able to change that unless you want to make a brand new listing again. So make sure that you select the right condition for this product. And then fulfillment channel. Well, now here, if you're going to fulfill the orders yourself, you're going to click on merchant fulfilled. However, if you, like most of us, want Amazon to dispatch the products and fulfill them themselves, then you're going to click on here. Okay, then we'll move up. Now, the next very important part is the images, and this is where you have to provide the best possible images of your product as possible. Okay, you're just going to upload them as quickly as possible as well, to make sure that they get updated and make sure that you start showing off your product as much as possible. Now, the key here, obviously you have the guidelines here, but what most important is the fact that your product images are flashy, the fact that they will catch the customer's attention. They cannot be box standard images that you're getting from your supplier. You really want to invest in either a good photography or do it yourself, or basically make sure they edit the images as much as you can to make sure that they really pop into customers' view, so to speak. Because Nothing will sell your products better than good images. The title won't matter as much, the key features won't matter as much, and your SEO may be completely poor, but if your images are great, it will start to pick up, and that's what really sells the product. Given that customers cannot actually feel or touch or anything like that, they base their buying decisions on the images. Okay, now the next one is product description, and this is where effectively you describe what your product is like. It is an important field, but it's not an essential field. This is also where you want to provide as many keywords as possible that you have done through your research and kind of go from there. Okay, and then keywords here, key features as well. This is what you see, those 5 bullet points next to the image. Okay, and this is also very, very important, and you want to really add those 5 and put in as many keywords in there as possible, because that's how Amazon is going to use that information to understand and decide as to which niche your product is actually going to go in. So you really want to make sure not only you put in the keywords, but also the key phrases. So shower, gel, as opposed to just gel and shower in separately apart. You want to really put those phrases together effectively. And then last but not least, also very important, this is effectively where you tell your Amazon, these are the keywords I want to be ranking for. Okay, it's as simple as that. It's just, those are the keywords that you please rank me for those particular keywords. I want to be on those keywords for the first page, second page, etc., etc. And this is what is going to help Amazon decide and where your listing should go going forward. Now, all of this information is very, very important in the very beginning. And the reason why I say that is because your product will not have any sales history, okay? And that is the #1 key requirement for you to rank on the first page. So they will use the product information that you have provided here to rank you on those pages, okay? Once you start getting sales history and once you start selling 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 items a day, then they will see what are customers searching to find your product, and then they will automatically start ranking you higher for those search terms. So all of this information that you provide is very vital for the very, very beginning. Afterwards, you can start playing around with it to make sure that you're searching and in your appearing on those search terms that people are using to buy your product. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today in terms of how to list a product. Now, if you did watch until the end of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go back on to the very beginning of the dashboard. And like I promised, I want to show you just a very, very quick tool that I use to make sure that I'm listing a product that is, ungated. Okay, now if it's gated, it's not the end of the world. However, I want to know whether it's gated or not in the very beginning, because the last thing you want to do is buy a boatload of inventory from China, then you list your product once the inventory is in the UK, and you come to realize that you have a gated product or you're unable to sell the product or whatever. So you really want to make sure that you understand and have that information at the very, very beginning. Okay, so the way to do it is add product. Again, exactly the same thing. And this is also relatively a new feature that came out on Amazon very not long ago. I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. And then if you actually go down here, it's got search for category. Now let's think of a product that potentially would be blocked at the moment or needed gating. Like for example, we're in coronavirus times at the moment, so let's potentially see if face masks are gated. And there you go. So ungated, and there you go, perfect. Cloth face mask, gloves, etc., etc. There you go, 2 cloth face masks, the actual medical equipment and supplies that most people are now thinking of when they think of face masks are actually gated, and you can see this little lock button here. The rest, DIY tools and various other work safety equipment masks, obviously not gated because there are many, many different types of masks. But as you can see here, cloth mask, medical equipment, accessories, luggage as well, those are gated. So what you do when you click on, you will be taken onto a page that explains to you how exactly products are requiring approval and what to do. Each category is very, very different, okay? So I can't comment on what to do on this particular category because, as mentioned, every single category is different. And if you do want that information, then please let me know in the comments below, and I will make a video as to how to get your products approved so you can sell in those categories. Now, the good thing is about product approval, and if you do end up selling in one of those categories that do require approval, it tends to have less competition because effectively, it's another barrier for people to overcome to list those products. So in a way, it's a good niche to get into because there usually is less competition, therefore better profit margins, better prices, etc. That's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it clarifies as to how exactly you need to list your products. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot more up-to-date videos to come in regards to selling on Amazon FBA. I'll be making these videos pretty much on a daily basis. And if you do have any questions, please do let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.